All right, what's going on? So it's December. I know exactly what my jobs are for the rest of the year, for the most part, except for onesies and twosies for specials I'm running this year. So let's go through my most profitable tools, the ones that I love the most, and the ones that I could either replace them, either sell them, and I just don't use them very much, and they don't really pay for themselves. But once you need them, kind of thing. So I got a few tools like that, and a couple tools that I'm disappointed in, and obviously a huge amount that I love and that make me a bunch of money. And we'll go through them, and you guys can see what you might need for the next coming year. This is gonna be kind of a long video. So grab some popcorn and enjoy. All right, so the first one I have is my tile saw. This is a 10-inch Cobalt. I know there's a lot, you can go crazy professional with these tile saws, but for what I do, I don't do too many. I'm maybe 3 to 5 tile jobs a year. So this is plenty great. This is about $500. You can probably find it a little cheaper now, but I bought this, I think 2 years ago, year and a half, 2 years ago, for a job that it paid for itself on that one job because it was big enough and I needed it, and it's not worth renting it. So I got it, and it works great. It comes with a stand, which is great. Portability is fantastic. I would definitely recommend this Cobalt tile saw. This is the 10-inch version. You can find them at Lowe's. Let's see if I can find a, I don't think I got a part number readily available, but fantastic. It comes, you got to do some assembly. It comes with some more outfeed tables, and it comes obviously with the stand, which is perfect, which is exactly what I need. Easy for your larger-ish tile jobs. Plenty of power, and yeah, it just works, guys. It just works. So let's go on just on the outside here. I will put this is my Polk modified workstation that I installed. I've seen it in other videos, but you put your table saw here, and as far as productivity, I think I have about, with plywood and everything, you're probably looking at less than $200 in this whole thing, not including the labor to build it. It has totally changed my job site as far as productivity. I can just set up with, and I put it the same exact height with my miter saw, and outfeed, infeed. It's great, fantastic. Definitely recommend it. Completely worth the money and time investment to be more productive on the job site. Next will be, I did a lot of painting this year, so absolutely one of the highest returns on my investment is painting tools, and obviously brushes, and rollers. You got your 10-inch, you got your 9-inch, you got your 18-inch, your pretty extended 18-inch ones as well. And I also would recommend get you guys some paint poles. That one there. I think I've got pretty much every size. They extend. These ones extend. They're fantastic. And I think I got one down there too, but I got the shorter one. I got the 2-foot, 4-foot, and 6-foot one, and it extends. It reaches out, so I don't have to, less time on ladders is the best. But painting has been it's a high profit job, high profit margin for me. I would definitely recommend you guys invest a little bit in your rollers, and it's not that big of an investment compared to other things here. So fantastic. Let's I think that's it for out here. Let's go inside, and we'll go through each of these tools. All right, we're gonna work left to right here. So M18 table saw, portable job site, cordless. There we go. I've actually had to cut small things in here, and I just flip the switch. Cordless is where it's at. It really is. I do have a couple corded tools, one tile saw you saw, and the one this just to the right here we'll go over in a second. But most everything is cordless because I love efficiency. Anyways, you might notice that I don't have the DeWalt anymore. I sold it. The reason why I sold it is I kind of asked myself what I like more, and I like the mechanism, the fence. The usage wise, I like the Milwaukee more. Has a little less power than the Flexful DeWalt one, but I can deal with that because I like how the smooth operations. And I feel that the fence and the gearing, the rack and pinion, just the levers and turning it on and off is a lot easier. With the DeWalt, sometimes it turns itself off because of a button issue it's a known issue with that tool. But that's why I sold it, and I kept the Milwaukee if anybody wants to know. So love the table saw. I think you can get these for like $450 with the battery, and you probably get it with an extra battery as far as a 12 amp hour. Fantastic tool. Absolutely great. Anybody who has a table saw knows it's great. It's absolutely great. So we'll move on. Graco Ultimate Nova 395 PC. I'm not sure what the PC stands. I'm sure it's probably pressure control, but actually, yeah. Anyways, this is not a cheap tool, but it is absolutely a moneymaker. I used this one on one paying job so far this year, and it paid for itself on that one job. Well, I mean, I made enough profit to pay for this. I think this retail is for like $1,400. You can get them on special. And if you do, I would definitely highly recommend. Let me see if I got it here. The new contractor gun. You know, I mean, it's a paint gun. What do you expect? It's not going to be completely, you know, clean and everything. So, this is the newer one. It's fantastic. I got this free when I bought this as well. So I think this thing runs around 150 to 200 bucks, maybe with the hose or whatnot. But fantastic, absolutely amazing. This tool, I love the sprayer. It absolutely does. It just makes you know, you get jobs because you have this tool, where otherwise you'd probably either pass it up because you don't want to roll so many square feet. I did a deck job underneath it. You guys saw a couple videos ago. I would be there for like 2 weeks trying to roll that job if I didn't have a sprayer, because of how many nooks and crannies and all that good stuff. So spraying it, absolutely a great. This tool I think was $1,400, and I got it on special for I think $1,100, and included a couple free tips, that gun and a hose as well. So absolutely amazing tool. I definitely highly recommend it. I am so stoked, and I can't wait for next year when I can get painting jobs in and I can just bang them out completely just because I have this tool. Fantastic. Next up will be the blower. This is Milwaukee's, I think, either first or second gen blower. It's not their newest one, I know that for sure, but it's just for cleanup and just blowing, you know, anything out. Like it's so useful. You guys, this you could probably find this thing for less than 100 bucks, and it might even come with a battery, you know, especially in the holiday time. Definitely get yourself one. It's not just for yard work, it's for cleaning out anything. I blow off sawdust. It's just, I mean, get it. It's awesome. Chainsaw. This obviously is not like an Echo powered, you know, 18-inch, gonna cut down huge redwood trees, but this is Johnny on the spot. I absolutely love this chainsaw only because it's always basically on. So all I have to do is like that, and you're ready to go. You got battery, you got chain oil, which I also keep. It is fantastic. It's just straight up, it goes right up here, stays there. I've used it for probably 4 jobs. Obviously it paid for itself. It is a little expensive. It's a good investment. I think it's around $400 with a kit with a 12 amp hour battery, not a 9 amp hour. And it comes obviously with a chain guard and a chain. And it just, yeah, it's absolutely not a professional all day liming trees, but it gets the job done for sure. I've knocked down a couple smaller trees, branches, cut out some branches for some DirecTV customers of mine. You know, like some jobs are like, oh, that's gonna be a pain in the ass with a Sawzall or whatever, but you know, it's like, I have this tool, I can get it done, I can charge a customer accordingly. Fantastic. So definitely would if you have any use for a chainsaw, or you want to put that in your, you know, your list of services you provide, definitely invest in a chain. Not, I wouldn't, you know, if you don't have this line, I know DeWalt has a flex volt line. I know Makita just came out with their 36 volt line. There's other ones as well, and also there's gas ones too, so you can always get, but I don't want to, you know, fumes and whatnot. If I'm actually doing tree limbing all day long, I can deal with that because I can put it in the back of my truck, but this stays in the trailer enclosed. Battery, don't need to worry about anything except for chain tension and bar lube. That's basically it. So on to the next one is a fan. This obviously comes in handy, keeping me cool in the summers. Obviously that's just what I keep. That's what I keep in the trailer. But it does on jobs if I need to get my mud to dry quicker on a wall, or paint, or, you know, just some airflow in a bathroom that I'm painting. Absolutely, a fan is a must. You can get this, I think, on sale at Home Depot. You can probably find them on special around 70, 80 bucks, give or take. So bare tool, definitely worth it. Absolutely. I'm not going to go over any hand tools because that's just everybody knows about hand tools. So that's it. Let's turn around. All right, so tower light, Milwaukee's tower light. This is their solid color. They have one that actually has like 3 different lights, and you can, you know, it's a fancier one. It's probably like 300 bucks. This one's a cheaper one, and it's awesome. Absolutely love it for job site lighting. You can use it as a flashlight. You can you know, you can do whatever you want with it. It stands up. You guys seen it on my other videos. I got more lighting coming up later in this video, but lighting is paramount in a job site, and this thing is worth every penny just for the convenience. Not only is it battery powered, but if you flip it over, you can see you can power it with AC as well. So you can always have a, you know, you can have, and run out of battery, you have your extension cord, you know, way to power it. So all right, so vacuum, I will say I'm disappointed in this tool. It's great when you first get it, it's fantastic, it works, but I had to send this in for repair again. This will be the second time. So if you're on a Milwaukee platform and that's all you're on, no brainer, get it, because you're not going to go into a second platform. But I have a few platforms, so I will be investing in a different vacuum. Now this one I'm going to send off repair. It's going to get repaired under warranty and ship back to me, you know, fixed or brand new. So I'm not too crazy, you know, bummed about it. But when it's the only one you have and you're cleaning a toilet like I was, and it breaks down and now I have to manually empty a toilet with a sponge, it just, yeah, I'm spoiled for sure. But yeah, it kind of pissed me off. So I'll be investing in another one for wet dry, and this one will probably just be my wet one as well, and that we'll just leave it at that. But if you have any other battery platforms, I would probably go with that wet dry vac before I would go with this one. This one's broke down on me a couple times, and I don't use it crazy like a lot, like every day, once a week. So yeah, kind of bummed out. I would not recommend this if you can, but if it's your only battery line, then it's obviously going to be what you're going to go with. So all right, nailers. My framer nailer. These are expensive tools, so I would not recommend buying them unless you absolutely, like I did with these, have a job that directly pays for them, or at least, you know, covers the cost of them, because I think these are about 400. This one right here is like 430 bucks. You probably get on special. Comes with one battery and a charger. The 3 amp hour batteries that they come with are absolutely sufficient. It's great on battery. It's great. Better than DeWalt because of the flywheel technology, and the DeWalt's not as nearly as good as the internal gas cartridge that these have here. But this tool, you'd buy these nailers, you buy them when you have the job to pay for them because of how expensive they are. If you have a $100 trim job, you're not going to buy a trim nailer just for that job because it's going to cost you some money. You'd probably either get a compressor and a nail and a pneumatic nailer for that. But fantastic tool. Definitely pays for itself. If you're in an attic and you don't want to haul up a compressor into the attic, this is an absolutely no-brainer if you want to do that kind of work. Let's see if I get this in here. There we go. Next one is gonna be my 15 gauge. Again, expensive tools, but I buy them when I absolutely need them for a job, and the job itself pays for itself. This is, I think, 380 bucks, probably a little less now with the holiday season. Again, comes with a battery and a charger. Yeah, 15 gauge. If you need a 15 gauge, it's absolutely one of the best on the market. Gen 2 Milwaukee's might be just on the same level here, but definitely Gen 1s and DeWalt's are definitely less, in my opinion. Again, great money-making tool. Anything you need a 15 gauge for, you know, hanging interior doors, all that kind of stuff. It absolutely paid for itself in one job for me. Yeah, absolutely. 18 gauge. This was the first of the nailers I bought once I sold my DeWalt's because it's the first one I needed. Interior trim. I mean, everything you need an 18 gauge for. It just works. Again, kind of expensive, a little over 300 bucks for the kit, but you buy it when you have a job to pay for it. And the pin nailer. I needed to do a couple drawers for a kitchen, so I bought the pin nailer. It was on special. That job it directly paid for. I didn't make much profit on it because all the profit went into paying for the tool. Now I have the tool, and it's obviously come in handy and other jobs as well. So it just pays for itself. That's how you accumulate tools. I've done a review on this one. This is DeWalt's 20 volt max brushless Romex and cable stapler. I won't go too much into it, but it's already paid for itself. I love it. Doing Romex. I look forward to working on jobs because of the tools I have for them. Again, great, absolutely. Hacksaw, sawzall. If I was gonna pick between this one and a sawzall, I would definitely go with the sawzall just because of the power and versatility. There's not much you can do what you can't do in special areas with the hacksaw. I mostly use this one for plumbing. They both have their spot. You can find them on specials, but they both paid for themselves on jobs because demo work, plumbing, all that good stuff. If I was going to say it, I would say they need to do another, like a Gen 2 of this, as far as power-wise. and maybe cut down on the size, make it a little more versatile. I know they have an M12 version of it, but I like the power of the M18 for sure. But I like both of them. It's not like I hate them, but the Sawzall is where it's at. And they make a super Sawzall if you want to, but I'm not going to upgrade because this one's completely sufficient. Now, a niche tool, if you need it, a rotary hammer, an SDS rotary hammer drill, chipper, fantastic tool, absolutely amazing. I wouldn't say it paid for itself in first. This thing I think costs around 500 bucks, give or take. I'm just kind of going off my memory here, but with the kit, fantastic. Absolutely goes through a cinder block like butter, especially with this, the certain drill bits you have. I've actually sold jobs and quoted jobs because I knew I had this tool in my arsenal, and once I got them, I can just make quick work of it, running Romex or running bigger holes through concrete, running, so I can put anchors in for walls, all that kind of stuff, and foundations. It's fantastic. Absolutely. If you can swing it, and if you're in the market for it, you need it. So just get it. It's amazing. All right, Whole Hog, model number 2708, with the 7/16 quick lock. Fantastic. If you're an electrician, or a plumber, you need to run stuff through joist, walls, stuff like that. Get it. Absolutely amazing tool. Makes mincemeat of wood with the correct bit. Fantastic. Okay, so obviously one of my pride and joy is my track saw. If you've had a track saw, you're never not going to have a track saw again because it's amazing. The kind of work, it just makes it so much easier than trying to, fiddle with the table saw. It's one of those tools that literally changed my business. There's not many of those tools that changed my business, but the track saw definitely did. I have the 48 version, or the 52 inch right there, and then I have the 118 inch version right there. Obviously, so you can break plywood down, widthwise and lengthwise. So absolutely, track saw, save your pennies for it. It's absolutely a great tool. 500 bucks. There's running a special. You might get some extra batteries for it, and that price might be different now because I've had that for a little bit of time here. So these tools, all right, your regular circular saw is a carpenter's, any guys, even if it's corded, staple. Most of those big kits come with some sort of circular saw. This one, I will say, I've had it for so long. I don't use it very often, so if I was going to buy it again, I would actually probably lose money on it because I have the rear handle DeWalt here, so I wouldn't buy it again. But since I have it, it's staying in my trailer because it's Johnny on the spot, and you absolutely need it when you need it. So blade right, it's great, lightweight compared to the DeWalt. So it is my backup tool. If I have two spots on a job site I need a circular saw, then they go both 1 and 2. Now this tool, Flex Volt DeWalt 60 volt max. This is their rear handle blade left saw, 7 1/4 inch saw. I've done a review on it. Fantastic. My go-to saw almost 99% of the time because the power it has is amazing. Obviously, it has more power than the M18. These tools are not to be compared because they're not in the same class. Fantastic. Absolutely. If I had to redo everything, it would be one of the probably the top 5 tools I'd buy right off the bat. Expensive, probably going to be over 400, less than 500 for the kit. Well worth it. Absolutely well worth it. I would definitely buy it again if I needed to, like I just said. Fantastic. Let's go down to a bandsaw. Bandsaw is kind of one of those niche tools where if you need it, you need it. If you don't, you don't. But once you have it, it absolutely just makes mincemeat of PVC, piping, plumbing. Man, absolutely anything. Obviously, you don't need to cut within the width. It will. It has speed control, rafter hook, about 2x4, but absolutely, I used to use a hacksaw for stuff. Now I just use this if I need to cut to length. Great. I need to buy they make a stand for this so you can actually use it as a bandsaw like station. I need to buy it so I can have it. So I would definitely recommend that. Now, DeWalt's 20 volt, max, DCS 551. This is their drywall cutout tool. I wouldn't recommend this tool if you absolutely need it. Yeah, but I use an oscillating tool, which I'll go over here in a second for it. And this tool is just kind of a luxury item, and I don't really use it too much. So I would probably say that, not that I lost money on it, but it's not really worth it. If you have the oscillating tool, I would definitely not purchase that again if I could. I'd lose money if I sold it. So I'm just gonna keep it because you never know. But again, if you have an oscillating tool, which is one of the top 5 tools again that any guy should have, because there's so many things you can do with this tool. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. This is DeWalt's DCS 355. This is their brushless 20 volt max extra runtime tool. Fantastic. I don't care what the Milwaukee fanboys say about their Milwaukee one. This one is far superior. Quick disconnect, no tool needed, and the power itself is fantastic. You slap a 6 amp hour battery on this thing, lasts all day. You won't have to change. I mean, it's fantastic. Absolutely one of the top tools, money makers you can get. Almost exact opposite of the drywall cutout tool. Again, these do have their spot, but just for me, I would not buy that tool again if I had to go about doing it. So, grinder, absolutely one of those other tools that are Johnny on the spot. You need to cut out a nail if you're demoing stuff. I find myself gravitating for a grinder more often than I thought I would. So, it doesn't have to be the they make a higher higher speed. This one's probably 3 or 4 years old. Milwaukee Fuel M18 grinder. Eats batteries, but man, it gets the job done fantastically. It's amazing. So we're gonna go into my drills here. Now I have Milwaukee. Milwaukee makes great drills and impacts. This is their 3rd gen hammer drill. Again, this is my go-to regular drill. Fantastic. Wouldn't have it any other way. And I also have a backup 12 version. Again, great. It's a hammer drill, very compact. Well, their M18's compact because it's about the same exact size for the head. So I would definitely recommend those. You can find those easily for less than $100 a piece on a bare tool market, secondhand marketplace, all that good stuff. Would recommend these. This is the kit that I'm giving away on my. This is an Hitachi impact and drill kit I'm giving away on my Patreon account. So that's what it's going with. It's coming with the complete kit, bag, a couple batteries, all that good stuff. Impacts. Everybody needs impacts. Get yourself an impact. Absolutely. Doesn't have to be red, doesn't have to be yellow, doesn't have to be whatever. Just get yourself an impact. You're gonna save. It's just amazing. I have so many of them because they're so valuable. Screwing, driving, everything. Construction, if you're a professional, get yourself an impact. And again, I carry a couple of different sizes because they go into my tool kits, all that kind of stuff. This is a great Surge M12, came out this year. Fantastic tool. Fantastic. It has the same exact torque as the M18 Surge Impact in a smaller, compact size. Fantastic tool. Again, more impacts. And then these are my mechanic if I need to work on the trailer or take wheels off, stuff like that. 1/4 inch M12 3/8. And then we have our mid torque 1/2 inch M18. And then we have our our 1/2 inch high torque impact. And this is what is this? 2767. 1,400 foot-pounds of reverse torque and 1,100 pounds of forward fastening torque. So fantastic tools. I know there's lighting's kind of crap here, but these ones I just keep in here because you never know when you need them, and most of the time I need them to work on the car, work on the truck, do some side hustle to my side hustle work kind of stuff. Those are the impacts. Get yourself some. They're great. I will say, if these don't make carpentry, these do not make money. These would make money if you're in an automotive setting. So, omit this part right here. Regular 1/4 inch hex, anything you can, you put those, absolutely 100%. But anything in the 1/4 inch, 3/8, 1/2 inch, and obviously the big host over there, that's all automotive. You're not gonna, if you're in the carpentry, handyman business, they're not gonna make you that money. Only if you need to work on machinery, stuff like that, that you can take off, parts and stuff. All right, top 5. One of the other top 5 or top 10 tools any guy should own is a router. This is Makita's 18 volt brushless. Let's see, XTR01 1/4 inch router. Amazing tool. I can't, again, with my track saw up here, they're great. I mean, I can't say enough about how much money these make me. This tool itself paid for itself. The first job I had it a couple of years ago. I can't remember exactly when I had it, but also it already paid for itself again about a week and a half ago when I was doing a mailbox and I was routering out the numbers in it. Again, I did that job and I bid it and I added an additional $50 because I knew he needed it done, and it took me a whole 10 minutes with the correct bit. Boom, made easy butter, great. Get yourself, I can't remember if the platform came with it or not, but get yourself I'm having a blank here, but there should be a tool that comes with this as well, and it's just amazing. I forget what this is called, so I'm drawing a blank. I've just had my wisdom teeth out, so it sucks, but anyways, that's it for that. Palm sander, fantastic tool. I just had this replaced because I needed it for another job. I will say I wouldn't recommend Milwaukee's get the DeWalt XR. It's definitely seems to have better reviews, and I would say that one works, but if I had to buy it over again, I'd definitely go with the DeWalt. Just because I had to replace the pads, keeps the clutching and all that kind of stuff. The auto stop was malfunctioning, and it just wasn't working very good. So I will say, all right, miter saw, everybody knows, any professional carpenter handyman should have yourself a miter saw. Dual bevel compound helps. Miter stand's a fail. Makita's miter stand, I will put the part number in the description because I don't remember the part number for this, but it's a fail. It sucks. The miter saw itself is a home run on 100%. It's fantastic, except that it has a laser instead of a shadow line, but I can get by that anyway. Absolutely amazing saw. The stand sucks. It's kind of falling apart, and I've had to put it together a couple times. Would not recommend it as well, but the saw itself is amazing. I already did a 2-year review on this thing. It's great. It's awesome. I don't need to say anything else about it. Lighting is paramount. I use this spotlight. Trying to find customers, house numbers when I'm driving up in the morning or at night. I can just shine and see if I can't, if they don't have it on the mailbox. That's what I use this for. Most of everything else here, if I'm painting and or if I need light anywhere in the house, I bring these babies in. Sorry. Fantastic. Absolutely great tools. Everybody needs lighting. Would recommend them. No failures. This does eat battery, but what are you going to do? I mean, it does have the AC input right there. So if you need to, you can just hook up an extension cord. But obviously, I just carry an extra batteries, and we're good to go. It's just great. So up here, we've got a DeWalt XR planer, 20 volt max planer. This is, I have not made my money on this tool, I will say. Though it is Johnny on the spot tool. If you need it, you need it. Absolutely one of those tools that it's a niche tool, but if you need it doing a deck, you got a board that's kind of out of line, you can just zip it down. Fantastic. I will say I'm a loss for this tool for this year because it directly hasn't made me that much money, but it has saved me some grief for sure. So I will definitely buy it over again. This is part number DCP 580. Fantastic tool. I just haven't had enough opportunity for it to actually pay for itself yet. So it will though. It will. We got heat gun, battery eater. If I need to see how long a battery lasts with a tool, it's this one. So it's but this absolutely works. If I need to heat shrink, anything like that, it's absolutely the tool to have. It's great. I know DeWalt released theirs not too long ago. That's a little better for ergonomics, but I'm not gonna buy that one when I have that one as well. M12 soldering iron. I just got this replaced under. All right, so battery died, but yeah, soldering, M12 soldering. It's great for well, I used it for low voltage and hobbying stuff like that, but you don't really need it as a handyman unless you're fixing capacitors on TV, stuff like that. So a little small right angle. This is like a niche tool. Absolutely paid for itself in one job because I was using it to wall fish stuff and to get into a right angle to get a hole in so I can get that wire through that stud. Absolutely. I would recommend some sort of right angle. Small, just in another niche tool. Just if you're doing any kind of fishing for wire, stuff like that. Absolutely great tool. So we got, what's left? We got flex volt compressor. So this I would not buy if you don't absolutely have a need for it. Now I just use it for blowing out the trailer, cleaning off tools, airing up tires if I need to. If you absolutely need a 2.5 gallon compressor, then it's great tool, but a quartered option is gonna be cheaper for you. It does eat batteries, but this is in my arsenal. It does come in handy when I need it. Absolutely, I'll never get rid of it. It's great, but I'd definitely get it on sale for sure. I think it's $300 for the kit with one small flex volt battery and a charger, so get it on sale. because it's a little expensive, and you're not going to be framing with a pneumatic nailer. You're not going to be doing all day interior work either with multiple guns. You hook up one gun and it's about all you can use with this because of its recycling and its tank. But it serves its purpose. I would hold off on this. If I was going to do it all over again, this would not be one of the first top 10 or 15 or even 20 tools I'd buy, because I just don't need it anymore. But it does come in handy. It is Johnny on the spot when I absolutely need compressed air. So that's basically it. Let's see. I don't think there's anything else really I need to talk about. You know, squares, right angles, you know, drywall tees. That's pretty much the gist of it as far as power tools and anything you're talking about, drywall knives, stuff like that. Obviously, if you're doing any kind of drywall, you're going to need that kind of stuff. Demo tools for demoing. Super bars are fantastic, and I'll leave it at that. All right, that's basically my tool. What's made me money this year as far as 2019. So it's been a good year. Not as good as I wanted it to be, but had some delays. You know, a job taking months longer than it's supposed to. You know, no fault of my own. It's just, it is what it is. It's insurance, and you got to kind of play by their rules. So obviously the most important tools in my inventory is a cell phone to get customers, a truck to get to the customers, and to pull my trailer, which is also a fantastic tool. So those go, you know, without saying, you know, you need everything like that. So website, all that good stuff. But these are just like power tools. Everybody likes talking about them. Show you guys. I mean, there's, you got some money in here. Everything you see in here is paid for by me, by this channel. Nothing's sponsored. So these are all my, you know, this is my review on everything that I bought. Most stuff I love because I do my research, but there's a couple duds and things that I would rather not spend my money on, but it is what it is. You know, you can sell them on the second, you know, sell them on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist and move on and take a loss, or, you know, do what you need to do. So like and subscribe. If I've earned that subscription, I appreciate it. You guys take it easy, and we'll see you on the next video. Yeah. All right, if you guys have been watching this long, then here you go. This is the grand prize, what we're giving away on the 4K subscriber giveaway. Makita tool number XPH03 hammer drill. They're 18 volt with a battery and a charger. One battery and a charger and the tool itself. Because, well, this is sponsored by me and this channel, nobody else. And this is what you guys get for free. Whoever wants to win it. There's a couple other smaller prizes given away as well. But this is going to be probably the grand prize. So just letting you guys know.